Hello, welcome to day number 15. It is Sunday when I'm recording, but happy Monday, and let's get right into it. These are a bunch of parables, if I'm not mistaken, so this is going to be good. The parable of the lost sheep. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to hear him, and the Pharisees and the scribes grumbling, saying, "This man receives sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable. What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he has lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in an open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and his neighbors, saying to them, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost." Just so, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. So we're not saying that the 99 are less important, but the one that was lost, if you find it, you would be super excited. That's all it's saying. And the ones that are supposedly righteous, like the Pharisees, like they think, are better. The parable of the lost coin. Or what woman, having 10 silver coins, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and seek diligently until she finds it? And when she has found it, she calls together her friends and neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin that I had lost." Just so, I tell you, there is joy before the angels of God over one sinner who repents. Say you have $500 bills. If you lose one of those $100 bills, you will be pretty upset, and you would be very excited when you find it. And it doesn't mean that the other $100 bills are not worth anything. It's just that you're obviously excited for that one $100 bill that you lost. The parable of the prodigal son. This is the last one. This is a short chapter. And he said, "There was a man who had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, 'Father, give me the share of property that is coming to me.' And he divided his property between them." So he got his inheritance before the father died, which is not very common. "And he divided his property between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered all he had and took a journey into a far country. And there he squandered his property in reckless living. And when he had spent everything, a severe famine arose in that country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to one of the citizens of the country, who sent him into the fields to feed pigs. And he was longing to be fed with the pods that the pigs ate, and no one gave him anything. So he was so desperate, the pigs that are deemed unclean in that time, he was willing to eat what they were eating, because he literally had nothing. He had received his inheritance, and he wasted it. But when he came to himself, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread, but I perish here with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants.' And he arose and came to his father." He just wanted his father. "But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion and ran and embraced and kissed him." So the father was so excited. He did not care about what the son had done. He was just so happy to see him. And the son said to him, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father said to his servants, "Bring quickly the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet, and bring the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and celebrate. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now is found." And they began to celebrate. So I was listening to this morning, and it reminded me of, if you know any of my story, being a heroin addict. And I was out for a couple of years, really bad for like a year, homeless. And I was thinking about the way my parents probably felt. And when I came back, like, obviously there was a lot of trust that needed to be rebuilt and everything. But they were just happy I was back. They were happy I got sober. All that stuff didn't matter. Like, they were just happy that I was safe and sound. Now his older brother was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing, and he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said to them, your brother has come, and your father has killed the fattened calf, because he has received him back safe and sound. Just like I said. But he was angry, and he refused to go in. Bitterness will kill you. Gosh, I've struggled with this. Bitterness will kill you. Don't be the older brother who is bitter, because, well, you'll see why. His father came out and entreated him, but he answered his father, look, these many years I have served you, and I have never disobeyed your command. Yet you never gave me a young goat that I might celebrate with my friends. So he's like, I've been here this whole time. And he's been out partying, doing God knows what, and he's back. And there's this huge celebration. There's jealousy. But when this son of yours came, who has devoured your property with prostitutes, you kill the fattened calf for him. And he said to him, son, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. It is fitting to celebrate and be glad, for this your brother was dead and is alive. He was lost and is found. And that's the end of chapter 15. We don't know how the older brother reacted to that, to what his father said. But this is such a great representation of God's grace and his want for you, no matter what you've done, how bad of a person you've been. He wants you back, and he will celebrate that you are back. Don't be the older brother who is bitter or jealous of the other believer. Like we're all loved equally by the Lord. That I love the parable of the lost son. That's a good one. The father obviously represents God, and honestly, I can see myself in both sons at different points in my life. So that was like a really short chapter. How long are we even? That was pretty short. Okay, well, I guess I will see you guys tomorrow for chapter 16. Have a great day.